Welcome back to NICZAD Immigration. If you're aiming to move to Australia in 2025-26, these are the 5 visas that usually have the strongest approval odds when you genuinely meet the core criteria. Your real chances still depend on your profile: age, English, skills, job offer, relationship status, finances, health/character, and travel history. This is general guidance. Always check the latest on the Home Affairs website. It's not capped like many family categories, and policy prioritizes compassionate cases under Ministerial Direction 102. Partner visa 309-100 offshore or 820-801 onshore. Why this ranks first: if you're in a genuine, well-documented relationship with an Australian citizen, permanent resident, or eligible New Zealand citizen, this pathway is clear and largely demand-driven. What you need to know now, 2025. Strong, consistent evidence is everything: financial interdependence, shared household, social recognition, and long-term commitment. If you need priority for compelling reasons, review the Family Stream Guidance and FAQs on the Home Affairs site and prepare clear supporting documents. Employer-sponsored skills in demand visa, subclass 482, temporary. Why it's high probability. With a valid job offer from an approved sponsor in an eligible occupation, this is often the most straightforward skilled route. On 7th December 2024, it replaced the old TSS 482 with streamlined streams and targets for decision-ready cases. What you need to know now, 2025. Streams include core skills and specialist skills. Home Affairs targets median processing of around 21 business days, core, and 7 business days, specialist, for decision-ready files, though real-world waits can be longer. English and salary requirements. A minimum level of English is required unless an exemption applies. From 1st July 2025, salary thresholds will be indexed, with many nominations subject to higher minimums, approximately 141,210 Australian dollars for specialist skills and 76,515 Australian dollars for core TSMIT streams. Confirm the exact threshold applicable to your stream, occupation, and nomination date. Skilled nominated visa, subclass 190, permanent. Why it's strong if you can get nominated. Once a state or territory nominates you and you receive an invitation, the 190 grants permanent residence directly. Competition is real, but if your occupation and points match a state's priorities, success rates are solid. You must first lodge an expression of interest EOI in SkillSelect. What you need to know now, 2025. States run selective programs. For example, Victoria's 2025-26 program opened with a small interim allocation, signaling tight quotas. Align tightly to a state's skills list and nomination criteria to improve your odds. Skilled Work Regional Provisional Visa, subclass 491. Why it's often more attainable than 189. States frequently use the 491 to meet regional needs, and state nomination gives you an extra 15 points. It's a 5-year provisional visa with a built-in pathway to permanent residence via subclass 191 after meeting regional living and work requirements. You need an EOI in SkillSelect and either state nomination or an eligible family sponsor in a designated regional area. What you need to know now, 2025. States are operating their 2025-26 programs again, including interim places for 491, but selections are targeted. Match your occupation and evidence to each state's published criteria. Skilled Independent Visa, subclass 189. Why it's last on this list. The 189 is fantastic if you have a very competitive point score and a priority occupation, but invitations are limited and cutoffs can be high. You still need an EOI and must wait to be invited. In current program settings, skilled independent allocations are smaller than some previous years, which keeps competition stiff. If your goal is study or a short visit, not permanent migration. Student Visa, subclass 500. Since 23 March 2024, the Genuine Student (GS) requirement replaced GTE. Minimum English scores were lifted. For example, IELTS overall from 5.5 to 6.0, and financial capacity increased. The base visa application charge rose to 1,600 Australian dollars from 1st July 2024. Strong documentation and a coherent study plan are now crucial. Visitor Visa, subclass 600, typically straightforward for genuine short stays when you evidence your purpose, itinerary, sufficient funds, and strong ties to your home country. Check the specific stream and conditions on the Home Affairs site before you apply. What changed recently that affects your chance? Employer sponsorship reform. The skills in demand. 482 fully replaced TSS on 7 December 2024. Decision-ready cases are prioritized, but actual waits can exceed targets in some industries. Points-tested competition. States' territories started 2025 to 26 with limited allocations, for example Victoria's interim numbers, so nomination-aligned applicants fare better. Student pathway tightened. GS replaced GTE, English thresholds increased, financial capacity increased, and the student VAC rose to 1,600 Australian dollars, all impacting approval prospects. High-end talent, the global talent. 858 has been rebranded to the National Innovation Visa 858 and is now invitation only. It's excellent for exceptional candidates, but highly selective, so it's not in the top 5 highest chance list for most people. What I need from you to tailor this ranking to your profile: age, degree and field, occupation and years of skilled experience with main duties, English test and scores, IELTS/PTE, etc. with dates. Do you have a job offer in Australia or an employer willing to sponsor? Are you partnered with an Australian citizen or permanent resident? Preferred state region and any existing ties there. Drop these details in the comments and I'll re-rank the visas for you and map out exact next steps. If this helped, subscribe to NIKZAD Immigration for weekly up-to-date immigration guides.